Alright mate, how you doing? Welcome back to another video. This is a bit of a special one today because earlier this week I went to an event called Sky Sports Day, which is a really good event put on by the guys from Sky Sports. I've actually got a video from it going up on Spen and Alex channel shortly, so keep a lookout for that. But on the day we were put into different teams and we took on those different sports based on the channels that are on Sky Sports. And my team was actually captained by one of the Sky Sports presenters. They were all captained by different presenters, but mine was Thierry Henry. What a legend, okay? So I thought I'd take the opportunity to ask him some questions. I asked him some of your questions from Twitter. I asked him some questions ahead of the new season about Arsenal, about Lacazette, etc. I also asked him, of course, about his stats and his new FIFA icon card on FIFA 18. And I asked him about the upcoming Wembley Cup, which I announced earlier this week as well. Does he want to play at it? His response was very interesting. We were also joined by some special guests in this interview, including Robbie from ArsenalFanTV and Jamie Carragher, who of course played in the Wembley Cup last year. And I also asked him if he wanted to play, and his response was even more interesting because if you remember the beef he had with Joe Weller at the match last year, let's just say it comes up. So have a look at the interview now. Hopefully you enjoy it. If you do, drop a like on the video. Let me know in the comments below who you think is going to win the Wembley Cup. Is it #United or is it the F2 Freestylers team? And enjoy the video. Right guys, I'm here with the main man himself, Thierry Henry. Thierry, how are you?
Good, thank you.
We've just been doing yeah, very good, mate. We've just been doing the Sky Sports Day, of course. Thierry, you're our team captain. We don't know how we've done in relation to the other teams yet, but we know what happened against Jamie Carragher's team, don't we? Just watching that. What happened? Do you want to remind them?
Well, they started well. I don't think that we played well, but at the end we beat them. That's enough.
It was a convincing victory, I think. The neutrals will agree. Let's talk about some other things. This year, FIFA 18, big game coming out. You've got an icon card in there. Well, you've actually got 3. Jamie, you haven't got one, mate. You might have one, actually, I don't know. You had a legend before, but you've got 3. They're based at different points in your career. So you've got one from when you were at Monaco. Yeah. You've got one which is your prime, which is when you were, they said your prime. I'm sure you might have your own thoughts on it.
I'll agree,
I'll
agree.
Up front, and then you've got one from when you were at Barcelona as well. So you've got 3 different icons. What does that mean to you going into FIFA 18 as an icon?
Well, it's, you know, I grew up playing the game. I remember when names were not allowed to be in the game at the very beginning, and now being in it as a, you said it, icon in bracket, that's great because I grew up with that game, and seeing the ratings,
yeah,
you know, it's funny to see, but no, it's great. You know, I was humbled by it.
So a lot of people, when EA first announced that you were going to be in the game, they released the info of your Monaco item, which is a left winger, because you started off on the left, right? And there was a lot of outrage online, people saying that it should be a striker because they didn't know you were going to have a striker option. Talk about what changed in your career when you moved from the left to going up front, because obviously you had so much success as a striker, but you didn't start off there. So what was that change like for you?
Well, I actually started off there as a youngster, but then when you go and play on the wing, you start to understand that, you know, it's not only about the striker. When you play on the wing and you go up and down and you miss a cross, or sometimes you go up and down and you work for the striker and you give him a ball last minute and he gets all the glory. I understood how hard it was, you know, to be the guy on the side.
Yeah,
so that helped me after to develop my game to be also a passer, a nicest guy in the middle.
Fair play. I've got another question for you as well. So we've got a player who plays FIFA for us professionally. Okay, his name's Tass. He's playing in something called the FIFA Interactive World Cup next week. So it's like the World Cup, but for the game FIFA. You've won a World Cup. So have you got any advice for Tass? What does he need to do to get in the right mindset to go and play the best players in the world and come out on top? Like, how can he prepare himself mentally?
That's different. I was on the field playing, and you're comparing with sitting and make people play. Well, know your tactic well, stay true to what you believe in, and you know, stay focused, because I guess they have the same problem also. Is also some of the games in the arena. It's pretty loud.
Yeah.
But it's difficult to compare playing, you know, on the computer and playing the real thing. But I think the thing that I just said before should be enough.
Yeah, mentally you've got to be strong. How did it feel after you won the World Cup in obviously 1998? Huge thing for France as well. But
it wasn't easy in all fairness, because I was 20.
Yeah.
And so that's what you dream of one day, winning the World Cup, and I started with it. So I had a bit of a bad year after that, because it's difficult to pick yourself up, especially when you're that young. All of that happening to you at once, back home. Even more so for me, because I'm from the suburb of Paris. So, but it was amazing. I mean, to start with winning the World Cup. I mean, like we said at the time, we never knew if we were going to do it again or even play the final. we played the final, but we were not able to win it. So that was the only one. So yeah.
It's interesting as well because a lot of the guys playing are about 20, the esports guys. A lot of them in the sort of early 20s as well. I've got some questions for you from some of the guys on Twitter. So I'm going to go through some of these. One question that came up was, who do you think, obviously next team of yours, Barcelona, Neymar's left, gone to PSG. Who's the perfect replacement for Barcelona for Neymar?
Jamie Carragher.
Jamie Carragher, is he available, is he?
Sorry, mate, what was the question?
Henry just said the best replacement for Neymar at Barcelona is Jamie Carragher.
Left winger, did you?
Seriously though?
No,
Seriously.
serious. I'm serious. No.
Oh, what? He wants to better. Right, who do you both think should be replacing Neymar at Barcelona?
Sanchez.
Sanchez at Arsenal.
Oh, wow.
Going back to where he came from.
Yeah, why not? Different manager.
True, different times. What are you saying? Do you think Sanchez?
I don't think so, but who knows? But I will go with maybe try to go Mbappe or Dembele. It doesn't seem like that Dembele is going to leave.
Yeah, so Coutinho's the main.
No chance.
Don't think
He's gonna
Coutinho.
leave,
Surprise.
Coutinho's replacing Iniesta in about 12 months.
Cara always have the habit to put everything on him all the time. Look, he stepped in. You forgot the question.
Right, let's see how other questions we've got. What do you think of the Lacazette signing at Arsenal, obviously?
Oh, that's an interesting one for me because I'm a big fan first and foremost. I think he's been doing it in the league, in the French league for a very long time. But there's something that I find kind of funny because Giroud is a starter in the national team.
Yeah.
And Lacazette usually doesn't make the squad because of Giroud.
Yeah.
But then Giroud is going to be his sub for Arsenal. I thought that was a weird one.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. What do you think of that? Lacazette should be ahead of Giroud.
You never thought of
Should
that?
he be? I'm a big fan of Giroud, I must say.
Well, fan, me too.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. I like Giroud. I think he's brilliant as a second striker, what he is. If he come in, play 25, 30 games,
Yeah.
I think he'll do really well. So it should be, if Lacazette performs, I think I don't think he should be thinking of getting rid of Giroud. Should they? Arsenal TV? Would you keep Giroud?
Definitely.
Yeah? Who would you get rid of? Oh, you've bought a lot.
No. You always
alright.
interview people.
He's
Who
alright.
would
He
you
doesn't
like
have any
to leave
things
the
to say
club?
himself.
You're alright putting cameras in people's faces.
No, yeah, but no, I don't.
We want to hear.
Robbie, you want to come in?
Come on, get him in.
Come on, Robbie.
Yeah. Come. Mm-hmm.
They've asked you a question.
No.
Giroud
In the middle.
Giroud or
I like
Lacazette?
Giroud. I
You like
like
Giroud?
Giroud.
No.
I
Who's
like
leaving?
Lacazette. Lucas Perez probably.
Lucas Perez.
Oh!
Dodged it. He dodged it.
Yeah, he's a target.
No. Who's leaving? Who do you want out?
I'd say, unluckily, because I thought he did all right last year, Lucas Perez when he came in.
Oh,
Do you want to keep Giroud and Lacazette?
Properly.
We've got to keep both of them.
Yeah.
There's games, I think they're two different types of players. There's games where both of them are going to be needed in the
Robbie.
Premier League. So
I agree. They're there, they're going to stay, and they're both good. I was just making a point of how funny it was that one is sub there and one will be sub there, or
Yeah.
it looks like it. Who do you want out? We know Lucas Perez is not even there.
that's too
Answer.
hard.
Well, that's what we have to do sometimes.
Lacazette
And
is new, isn't he? He's new. We want to see what
wanna see
Lacazette.
Lacazette?
I like the pacing behind.
I said, who do you want out of the club?
Wenger out, innit?
Perez, Lucas Perez.
Oh my God. You see?
Don't you start.
You put those guys on the spot sometimes and you can't even answer.
Awkward. Right, last question is, we all play for a football team called #United. We never forget to hashtag it. Here we go. Also, Theo Baker's over there. We played the Wembley Cup last year. He scored a great goal.
Oh, yeah?
He scored a great goal against our team.
Yeah.
He's going to be on my team this year. #United playing at the Wembley Cup.
Right.
You want to get back involved again?
Yeah, get me involved.
Yeah?
Yeah, is Joe Weller up front? Is it
Joe Weller will be again. If you come on our team, you'll be against Joe again.
Okay, well, I'm in.
Yes, Jamie. Terry, you're welcome as well, of course. You want to get involved with the Wembley Cup, mate?
I have to play with Jamie because I can't hear the complaining all the time. I want to play with him.
Guys, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
A lot of fun
Thank
here.
you.
Take
Thanks a
care.
lot.
Cheers, guys.
Thank you, guys. Robbie, it's hard,
Smashed
huh?
it.
So there you go, guys. That was what happened in my interview with Thierry Henry and, of course, the special guest, Robbie from ArsenalFanTV. I'll leave a link to ArsenalFanTV in the description. And, of course, Jamie Carragher as well. Big thanks to Sky Sports for the opportunity to interview those guys. Obviously, check out the Sky Sports Day video we've made on the Sped and Alex channel, which, if it's not up now, will be up very soon. And my final question to you guys is, if Henry and Carragher were to play in the Wembley Cup, whose team should they be on? So, for example, #United. Do we need more help in defence, i.e. Jamie Carragher, or more help up front? Should we get Henry in? Likewise, the F2's team. Do they need Henry when they've got Billy and Jeremy up top? Maybe they need Carragher more. Let me know in the comments below who you think should get Carragher, who you think should get Henry if they do play at the Wembley Cup. Drop a like on this video if you've enjoyed it. Subscribe for more. I'll see you next time. Until then, don't go changing.